CPA, Certified Public Accountants. What exactly is this and why have you heard it so many times? Whether it is amongst friends and people who are working in this world, in the field of finance or accounts, or if you watch shows like Suits or movies like Shawshank Redemption. Why do you keep hearing these three initials? In this video, we're going to figure out. So first of all, give us a thumbs up if you like this video, and if you're not subscribed, please do it. Well, what is CPA? In India, you can become a chartered accountant. That way, in the US, if you want to be a US CA, you become a CPA US. The body of Indian CA is called ICAI, Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. The CPA US body is called AICPA, the American Institute of Certified Public Accountants. So, and now remember guys, that CPA is a term which is used not only for the CA of US, but also CA of Australia, CA of Canada, CA of Singapore. So all countries across the world have their own CA terminologies. It's just that in India, we call it CA, Chartered Accounting. In US, we can talk about CPA. So in this video, we're going to talk about only US CPA. All right. With that intro out of the way, let's get started. First one is eligibility. Long story short, if you are a graduate, right, if you are something on the lines of being a BCom or a BBA, don't worry, you will be eligible for CPA 99% of the time. It's very complicated, so don't really try to figure it out on your own. You're welcome to try, but please reach out. We'll be able to guide you on how and if you are eligible. It's too detailed regarding 50 states in the US. Which one do you want to get registered through? What is credits in Indian system? How many credits do you have? So on and so forth. So simple rule of thumb, be a graduate, be open to studying for CPA. That's all you need. Next, academic structure. Well, CPA has 4 exams, right? So there is a FAR, which is Financial Accounting and Reporting. B, there is auditing as an exam. Next, there is one which is regulation, which is all about the US tax, US law. And fourth, you have to choose one of the 3 papers that are presented on the screen. When it comes to the duration, on an average, you can complete CPA within 1 year. Of course, some people take longer or lesser time, but 1 year is a decent average. That's what you should target for. When it comes to the passing rate, right, we've seen that on an average, 1 out of 2 people, 50% people end up clearing the CPA exam. And when it comes to the passing mark, you need to aim at scoring 75% per paper. There's no such thing as negative marking. And if you're worried about too much about the exam structure, don't, right? When you're a chartered accountant, you're going towards that direction, you have to be open to absorbing concepts, applying them through a lot of practice, constantly learning about the real world, and you irrespective pass the exam. Lastly, when it comes to the exam centers, there was a case a few years ago where everybody wanted to become a CPA had to go to the US or Dubai to give the exam. But since the pandemic, there have been multiple centers across India which have also opened up. Next, let's come to the scope of CPA. Well, CPA is, let's say you want to work in India. You know, companies like the Big Four, the Big Six, multiple American companies. You know, you have your Amazon, you have Apple, you have Capgemini, and many, many more, right? I have a lot of partners who we work with, corporate partners at Zell, work with CPAs and hire CPAs. So number one, in India, almost anything that an Indian CA gets into, many of those things a CPA can as well work for. When it comes to the salary packages, CPAs, I know if you have barely any experience, right, you can get started similar to an Indian CA, which is 6 to 8 lakhs, 10 lakhs. But obviously, if you have more experience before, or as you keep on gaining experience post being the CPA, your potential packages can skyrocket because you can progress through a corporate ladder in, let's say, a company like the Big Four, and eventually aim to become a director or move into other countries because you have, imagine you're a CPA, you have 10 or 15 years of experience in companies like a Deloitte or a KPMG. You have, the world becomes your oyster. You can do so many things with just your CPA degree, and earning potential becomes unlimited. You can work for companies, like I said, for an Apple or an Amazon, or there are so many companies which are outsourcing their US accounting now to India. You have so many opportunities. You know, I know people who are founders and even CFOs who are CPAs. So once again, the potential can be unlimited. You can, over your lifetime, have crores and crores of income if you do it progressively, but you need to pay the effort upfront. If you decide to go to the US, right, for example, I know one of my friends, Urvesh, he shifted from here. He first became a Canadian CPA and now he's become a US CPA because he has multiple US clients and he's working over there. I think there's a little bit of a legal understanding if you want to set up your own CPA firm in US if you're Indian, but you can do that as well. So whether you want to be an independent entrepreneur or you want to work in big companies, multinationals, or you want to work in startups and contribute, CPA can give you all the options with earning potential over time becoming very, very powerful. Next, when it comes to the fees of CPA, well, I think in one line, it will cost you anywhere between 4 to 5 lakhs start to end in Indian rupees, which you'll have to pay over the year. But this will include everything, right? It'll include exam fees, registration, study material, training, all the details that are required to actually become a CPA, all will be included in this. But remember, no matter what you're doing before, if you do CPA and then any job you get, whether it's your first or your fifth job, doesn't matter. There should be ideally a spike which more than enough covers up this investment that you are making for becoming a CPA. So guys, whether you want to work in India or US, Bombay or New York, whether you're a chartered accountant, a student or a working professional, whether you want to start your career or you're in the middle of it, whether you want to earn in rupees or dollars, basically all options become open once you take up CPA. So guys, if you found value in this video, then do let us know. And as always, if you need anything else, please put it in the comments below.